Before we start the show, I'd like to read for you the top 5 questions we all get in our various inboxes. Number 5, do you guys leave that couch there in between episodes? Yes. Yes, we do. Number 4, is David really bald? No, I'm not. I'm just pretending. It's called acting. Number 3, why don't you acknowledge your sister in the show? Number 2, is Noah single? We have no idea. And number 1, why did you title the show, We Still Don't Fit? Well, if today's show doesn't answer that question, we are not sure what will. The biggest question I got in life was, what are you?
It don't we feel like Pokemon's, like, people see us, like, hey, it's a...
Right there.
It's one of them.
And so I started answering, like, I'm human. Nice to meet you.
I'm a Pokemon. I've been released from my ball for 20-something years now, but I started off. I haven't seen Ash in a while, and I've been waiting for him to summon me, and I also have not been in a battle for a few years.
Your experience here, how did that change the way you function day to day, like in society now?
I would say for that, it was actually a benefit, because if you don't fit in here and you go out there and people are like, you're not going to fit in out here, you're going to be like, all right, so it's going to be exactly the same as when I was at home, right? Because I'm okay with conflict. I don't really care if people don't like what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. It doesn't matter anymore. For being creative, I would say that's a great advantage. But like, it's a difference though, because when you're hanging out with your friends and then like you see how their parents act, you can see like that it's learned.
Yeah.
You know, that it's not.
Because the biggest question I got in life was, what are you? And so I started answering, like, I'm human. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think we all started doing that.
I think we started doing that. Yeah. And so you end up feeling alone. So, the way that helped shape me was whenever I walk into a room, I know that, or I always believed that I didn't have any friends in that room. That, you walk into the room, and if you have any frame of confidence, it is not because of what you are. You have confidence because you are you. But you don't have any in relation to, I'm in a room full of black people, or, I'm in a room full of white people. I'm comfortable. It's the same uncomfortability no matter what the room looks like.
I feel like the only racial experience I got is just like relationships, like parents. At least I was oblivious to. I used to let stuff go, but there's been like a few relationships where like the dad's like very short of me, and then like he never said anything to me like straight up, but like she would always tell me like he's not like the biggest fan, that I'm not like that I'm like a little black. Crazy. And like I don't know, I guess he really couldn't like come up to me and say anything because like he'd look terrible. Like like you're almost white, you're like 50%, but 50% on a test is not passing. Kind of deal. She wouldn't do much, but like at least she had the audacity to tell me.
Yeah, that was real.
Like she would tell me, and like she like didn't really care that much clearly, because like she would still have me around or whatever. So like at least I respect that. But
how did like Honestly, how did that make you feel, like being like when you saw him and stuff?
I definitely, like, I'm already like a quiet kid. It's maybe like more quiet.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I just gotta like watch everything I do. Like I feel like I gotta like make a point in everything I do. I gotta just be like more respectful than I already am. Like no like mistakes.
Being a part of two different races is a unique experience in and of itself. Being accepted by neither is an experience that most of the children in our family share. Looking back, some of us can see the way the rest of the world treated us affected how we treated each other. You would think that our tragedies in the world would bring us closer together, but in many cases, we came home frustrated and took out those frustrations on one another. Whenever we all think about the fire, we often think that this tragedy drove us apart. But in hindsight, maybe it just revealed something that was always there. Maybe the fire exposed some of our existing issues. We may disagree on a lot of things involving our childhood. Some of us were good to each other growing up, others weren't. We've all developed different perspectives on who's who, but the one thing we can all agree on is the villain of this story. Well, villains, I should say. I'd like to tell you that this is a story of reconciliation, that the people to blame have been brought to justice or forgiven. But as of today, neither one of those statements are true.